You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6.
I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Philip Coleman. Tonight on WVUA News at 6, a celebration to honor local veterans is heading to West Alabama.
And after a mysterious trip around Tuscaloosa County, a happy ending for a local llama. But first, we remember 9/11, a day that forever changed America. Law enforcement officials from around the country helped with those recovery efforts. That includes Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Ted Sexton and members of his office.
WVUA's Daniel Sparkman spoke with Sheriff Sexton about how he and his department were affected.
9/11 brought about many changes in the months after the terror attacks. Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's deputies joined Sheriff Ted Sexton in New York just a month after the attacks to assess the issues with the immediate response.
The exchange of information, which 10 years ago was extremely slow, was siloed. People were not sharing information. Alabama has one of 77 fusion centers, which is used every day in all hazards, all crime approach. But information is flowing up and down the chain and across, which is very important.
10 years later, Sheriff Sexton explains how our lives are different.
What has taken place, as I've mentioned, about interoperability, the development of Homeland Security, a lot of changes in our lives, in the way that we travel, in the way that people enter our country or exit our country.
Sheriff Sexton says Tuscaloosa's ability to respond rapidly and effectively to the April 27th tornadoes was because of lessons learned during 9/11.
Between 9/11 Katrina, we have come far and away over the last 10 years. Our ability to respond in large part was due to what we have learned from 9/11, Katrina, and our involvements of being able to respond to catastrophic events.
Sexton says his visits to Ground Zero left a lasting impression on him and his department. In Tuscaloosa, Daniel Sparkman, WVUA News.
And Sexton says through 9/11, law enforcement agencies also learned how to better help other officers cope with tragedy and stress.
Following the attacks in New York and Washington, people started showing their patriotism. Local military recruiting offices were swamped with calls. The Army National Guard office in Northport got around 100 calls the day after the attack. Here's a look now back at September 12th, 2001. The violent attack on America has sent shockwaves throughout the entire nation. And here at the National Guard Armory in Northport, waves of calls have come in from interested citizens.
We have had an increase in volume of calls, patriotic citizens that want to serve their community and their country.
Today alone, Rayleigh has spoken with around 100 prospects. That's around 30% above normal. And those interested in serving America have one question.
The question is, does the National Guard have a place for them? Of course, my response would be yes, we do. As long as we have vacancies, we have a place.
Local Army officials say right now they're focusing on security right here in West Alabama, but they say they are ready in case that call comes. Lieutenant Colonel Burt McCollum says community support is a top priority.
You know, part of our mission not only is supporting the local EMA in their needs, but it's also to be a support group, if you will, for families of not only Guard members, but anyone in the community that has concerns about any of these issues.
Meanwhile, security here remains tight.
It's like this always raises everybody's awareness of the possibilities of things that you think would never happen. All we're doing here, of course, is now limiting access to our facility to official business only, and of course we have guards set up and all the buildings locked down for that reason. Of not only Guard members, but anyone in the community that has concerns about any of these issues.
Meanwhile, security here remains tight.
It's like this always raises everybody's awareness of the possibilities of things that you think would never happen. All we're doing here, of course, is now limiting access to our facility to official business only, and of course we have guards set up and all the buildings locked down for that reason.
Again, that report from September 12th, 2001 on how West Alabama responded to the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
A day of celebration for West Alabama veterans is set for this weekend. It's called the Picnic in the Park. The Tuscaloosa VA Medical Center is hosting this Welcome Home event this Saturday. The program is for returning combat veterans from Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and now Operation New Dawn, and for their families. There will be free food, music, and games for the children. Information on benefits and services will also be available. The Picnic in the Park is Saturday, September the 10th, from 10 until 2 o'clock. For more information, call 205-554-2000.
And a lot of curiosity about this next story. An update now on that mysterious llama that was carousing around Tuscaloosa County. As we reported, the llama was first spotted near Hargrove Road area in the outskirts of Cottondale. The Carnes family told us they spotted it several days ago and got concerned about its well-being. But we are happy to report tonight the llama is back home. Hey. Fred Carnes says it belonged to a neighbor just about a half a mile away, so it didn't come very far. Also, the llama and its owner have been reunited.
I'm glad it's at home. I'm glad it's at home. At least I know it's not up there by itself. And it's got a baby too, from what I understand.
That's right. As you saw from that video, the llama is indeed a mama. And we're glad to report that happy ending for both the llama and her baby.